Hey guys, and welcome to the first Let's Play again of the year.
Yeah!
We've only got a good game for you. I mean, Aero the Acrobat didn't necessarily turn out how we planned, but Aero the Acrobat 2 is a significant improvement. I can't understate that enough, or overstate.
Definitely. This game is so much superior to the
It
first
even
game.
has cutscenes.
I know! So surprising, isn't it?
Not that this cutscene really... No, it doesn't get going very quickly.
No.
I tried to let it go for as long as we could before we got bored, but it goes on for quite a lot longer than that. We're just skipping it to get into the gameplay.
Okay, so we're coming into the first act, and the gameplay is pretty similar to the first game. At least some of the controls are. You still have your little swirly move that you use to kill enemies, and you still have to utilize it in order to reach higher objects. However, a lot of it seems really smooth this time around.
It's a lot smoother. I think that's the key thing here. I mean, even using the star attack, which I don't really use that often, it's still smoother. So if you wanted to use it, it's a lot easier to use now.
Definitely, and there's a lot more secret rooms in this one, I think.
Well, there might have been secret rooms in the other one. These ones are just easier to find.
Yay. Yeah, a lot of the old enemies are back as well, except for the caterpillars. The caterpillars are new.
I mean, the one thing I really like about Aero, I mean, this was pretty apparent to me straight away, is that the level design is so much better. It doesn't take place in a circus anymore. Not that all of the levels in Aero the Acrobat took place in a circus, but it just feels like there's more of a purpose to where you're going. Like, if you naturally know where you need to go to get to the end of the level, you never have to sort of double back and think, am I going the right way, or anything like that.
Yeah, you never need to second guess yourself. It's pretty linear.
And it doesn't necessarily take that long to get between points as well. So in Aero the Acrobat there was quite a lot of walking around without really doing much. In this one you always feel like you're doing something. Like, you know, you may be jumping over an object, you may be climbing a ladder, you may be killing enemies, or trying to find a secret spot, but there's always something going on, like every couple of seconds.
Yeah, you're never bored and you're never lost. It actually seems like a real platformer game this time.
More secrets.
Yay! Yeah, there's so many secrets in this one. And like as we go on, you'll find that more secrets get harder to get to. Like the more extra lives, there's a lot of sharp objects that are in your way.
Yeah, and they added some new mechanics to this one as well, like there's a power-up that you can pick up which enables you to do 2 actions instead of just 1, which means you can do triple jumps.
And sometimes you need to use that for the chance areas because you need to get to a further a platform that's further away, or a bell that's further away. It just looks nicer too.
Yeah, the graphics have been significantly improved.
And the music is nice.
There's still a bit of a dodgy element with the running, because he seems to go from really, really slow and then goes super speed for no real reason.
Unfortunately, there's no dancing arrow this time.
No, they got rid of that. But they have put in this. This is Ecto, the bad guy in the game, and he plays a game that should be very familiar to everyone.
Yeah, but it's very boring in the very beginning. It gets harder as time goes on.
Yeah, I mean, it gets harder, and he starts shifting things around. So after the joys of Ecto and his, I guess, pseudo mind game, we're now on level 2, and I don't know why, but they made it so that it takes so long to get into a level.
Yeah.
You have to wait for the door to appear, and then you have to come out of the door, and all this stuff.
But it talks a little bit about the story, because, like, as you can see, Hector, we thought was going to be dead after the first game, but apparently he was saved by
Zero,
the kamikaze squirrel. So he's come back, and Aero chases after him, and he finds this magic door, which like takes him to all these different places.
And that's pretty much the story.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. You meet up with some other people throughout the story, but that's pretty much the basis of it.
It's thoroughly engaging. I guess it's about as engaging as the stories could be back in these days.
Yeah. I think it's about as engaging as you can get with acrobatic.
At least they tried
bat.
though. Yeah, they added cutscenes in there, which quite a lot of games, especially platform games, weren't doing at the time. And I think they should be, I guess, kind of commended for that. I mean, not that the cutscenes were all that fantastic. They're pretty much just stills most of the time. They're not using really cutting-edge graphics, but at least they tried to try and further the story somehow.
Yeah. Yeah, like this definitely separates it from something like Sonic, where there isn't really much.
Oh, come on! Sonic has one of the deepest stories around.
It does. No. The story element definitely like sets it aside from other platform games, where the story generally takes place inside of the level. This one plays more like a Final Fantasy or something like that.
So, if you're curious as to how you get the Ector game, which can give you either an extra life or an extra 1,000 points, you have to collect the Aero letters throughout the level. In these first few levels it's quite easy, but as you go through, they're generally hidden in secret places, and if you don't get all of the letters, you get nothing, so it's kind of an all or nothing thing.
Yeah.
And while at the moment they're all together, in later levels they separate them up so that they might have the A in a certain location, they might have the E in another location.
You can't get the specials all the time, guys. Sorry.
I'm sure there will be some special people that can get the specials all the time.
Yeah.
It's just amazing to me that they managed to improve the game so much, because it's not something that really happened back then.
Yeah.
Like, if the developer had a way of doing things, there wasn't really any way that they could get feedback either back then, because the internet didn't exist. They couldn't go on forums and say, "Oh, these people seem to like my game." What are they criticizing me for? I mean,
there wasn't like Metacritic or anything.
No, I mean
like
there were a few reviews from magazines that they probably would have read, but even those weren't that detailed back in the day.
Generally, developers kind of just did what they wanted, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, but this game just seems like it really did just improve, and it's like a completely different game this time around.
I mean, the spinning mechanic was one of our biggest complaints about Aero the Acrobat, and it was quite a fundamental part of Aero the Acrobat, which obviously doesn't get it off on the right foot, but in this game it actually works really well. Especially because they added a downwards attack as well, so if you do the spinning attack and then you press C, then you'll do a downward attack which attacks directly downwards, and also if you're running and you press down and C, he'll do a sliding move, which is quite nice. Such minor changes, but they make all the difference.
Oh, definitely. Oh, here's Ector again.
Go Ector.
Yay!
Extra life.
Alright, so now we're at the third act, and I believe this is the last act in this section.
Yep. And curiously, there aren't any boss fights.
Nope. No boss fights. Which I don't really mind. Boss fights kind of annoy me.
But they give you some sense of accomplishment, like you've completed the level then.
I suppose. But I mean, like, just getting through this level, I'm happy.
Yeah, well, there's one particular part in this level which is really annoying. When we get to it, we'll let you know. But there's basically a part of where there's some bells.
Oh,
probably doesn't sound that intimidating right now.
No.
And it probably won't seem that intimidating when you watch us play through it.
Yeah.
But,
it looks a lot easier than it actually is.
It's very difficult from the perspective of patience.
Yeah.
I'd also like to point out here that another one of my complaints about Aero the Acrobat was how they structured the levels. Like, you had to complete certain objectives before you could actually move on. And in this game, they just went for the basic get to the end of the level and you finish it.
Which I think works a lot better.
It does, because you don't have to worry about, oh no, if I missed a because I mean, that was one of the really annoying things about Aero the Acrobat. Because they hid the platforms and stuff that you had to jump on in places, you had to literally look everywhere. So you could get to the end of the level and then you'd have to go back and try and find this missing platform.
Yeah. Also, there's no cannons to worry about, which I love.
Yes.
I mean, there's that, but there's no cannons that you have to rev up and...
Oh, there are in the second level.
Oh, there are.
Yeah, but they're not... It's not... You'd have to move them around and all this
Yeah,
stuff.
not like the first game. These are the belts that we were talking about.
That one's quite easy. It's the second one. It's a little bit longer, and the bells don't go in time with each other. Oh, so annoying.
They're not very obedient bells.
No. Certainly not.
More bats.
Are they want like Aero wannabes or something?
I suppose, I don't know. Or maybe they're kind of like Zero in that there are squirrels with just bat wings. Well, I guess a bat technically is just a squirrel with wings.
Or they're a bumblebee with wings.
Or a bumblebee with wings. Yeah. Hence bumblebee bats.
Yes, I do have a slight thing about bumblebee bats, in case you hadn't noticed.
Yeah. You have a soft spot for them, don't you?
They're cool.
By cool, do you mean adorable?
That too.
Yeah, Aero is cute. I do like him as a hero.
Flying arrow.
Yay!
Is this is the most difficult chance I did, I believe.
Swinging. Yeah, some of the chances it's really hard to figure out how exactly you can get to the next one, because if you see this one is really far and then you can't necessarily jump up and get it.
You need the double jump, which I did get just before I went in there, but it ran out, so I couldn't complete it.
Yeah. So some of the chances you just can't necessarily get past.
Thank you, Aero the Acrobat too. So here's the second bell section. After knowing what was coming, I took this a little bit more hesitant. I was a little... I didn't want to rush it, because the easy thing to do is... Because it looks like they're going in time with each other initially. Once you see one go away, you're tempted to just go straight for the other one. But if you actually stand still, you'll notice that they're all on different time sequences. So you can get caught out very easily.
Yeah.
I got caught out there because I didn't think there was another bell, so I went forward and paid the price.
Sigh.
Yes.
I guess his moving really fast doesn't really help.
No, because he suddenly just speeds up. It's really annoying, and that was very close.
And it's just like, I can't stop you.
Sigh of relief.
There you go.
Sigh of relief. The first time I did that, because I was so impatient, and the more you die, the more quickly you want to do it because you're just getting fed up. I lost about 6 lives because it was just annoying the crap out of me.
Yeah. So hopefully you guys have an easier time if you choose to play this game.
Well, they'll know to be
Yeah.
patient. Whether they can be patient or not is another matter.
Truth. Yes. Knowing you have to be patient and being patient are two entirely different things.
We're almost at
Thankfully,
the end of
there's
this level.
no more bells in this level.
No.
No more bells.
We're almost at the end though.
You don't really use your stars though.
No, like you can use them. I just don't see the point. It's much easier to just kill things with the spin move. Although that situation would have probably been better to use a star, but I got a little bit carried away.
Yeah, I guess because you don't have much direction with the stars. Like, you can't really choose where you want to shoot them. You can only either shoot them ahead of you.
And also because they're a finite resource as well. So I mean, I've only got 5 at the moment, so you don't know how many you might need. And I'm one of those people that always likes to keep things in reserve just in case you might need them, but then never actually end up using them.
Like mega potions in the final battle.
Yep.
It's very important. What if the final enemy comes back? You never
Exactly.
know.
You never know. There could be a boss after the final boss. It has happened before.
Truth. Oh, password.
Yep, that's because we're going on to the next stage. So I said we're going on to the next stage now, and obviously Lauren is very attracted by this. She has a rather huge head.
She has rather huge other things too, but we won't get into
Batasha.
Don't know where Ariel went in all this.
Obviously, she's not important anymore.
No.
Just like that cutscene. It basically says that you need to go to some place because she escaped from there and there's bad things going. Seems like a trap to me.
Dun dun dun.
But to get there, you have to go across some snow. I don't know where it came from, but you do. And it means you can go snowboarding.
Yeah! Snowboarding bats.
This is actually a ton of fun. There's four levels for snowboarding, and it really, I don't know, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Other than when the enemies start appearing. In the first level there aren't any enemies, so it's much nicer, and that's the only level you're going to see.
Yep. Yeah, it does seem like a lot of fun.
They even let you do tricks.
But you don't get any. Do you get points for the tricks?
I don't actually know. Depending on how many spins you get, it just says 1, 2, 3. I don't know what it actually achieves.
But I like that they added this element in it. It's a nice little change up.
Well, it's well developed as well. I mean, they could have just put it in here and just had it there for the sake of it, and it played terribly, but it doesn't.
No.
It's really fun. I mean, there's extra lives to pick up if you can land those jumps properly. It's actually quite difficult timing.
And so we're finished.
Yep, we just got a little bit of Ector.
Yeah, Ector and his cups.
Oh, Ector.
But he always has the same prizes.
Yeah, maybe he's just because he's an evil bad guy. I mean, you can't give away too many lives.
No, I guess not. But why are we dealing with such a bad guy when he's like the, you know?
I don't know.
But anyways, that's all this episode of Let's Play Again. Thanks for listening, and this has been a GameUnion.net production.